Hey guys, it's Kitana. Welcome back to my channel. Guys, it's been a while. I know it's been a while since I've actually filmed a technology video. So far, I was focusing a lot on fashion content and just seeing what I can do, test things out. But I'm finally back with another tech video. In today's tech video, we are actually going to be talking about the S22 Ultra. This S22 series was actually pretty shocking to me, the way things were working out. And again, I do have my own opinions on the S22 Ultra, so I just do want to put in a quick disclaimer. Of course, the review on specs and everything like that, those are just facts. It is not a comparison video. This is just actually the review and my first impressions on the S22 Ultra. A lot of people are going to be like, Maya, first impressions, weren't you supposed to do that when you were unboxing the phone? Hey, I couldn't wait. Another thing I do want to mention before we get this video started is that we actually and finally reached 3K Kitanas, and I just want to thank you guys so much for all your support. Like, honestly guys, it just makes me really happy, and I guess our next goal will be 3.5K if we can. I don't know how long that's gonna take, but hey, it's a goal. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get straight into the review plus my first impressions on the S22 Ultra. So first, let's go ahead and start with the unboxing of the S22 Ultra. As you can see, all Samsung boxes have always been really nice. So I really just do like the overall display of the box. Of course, you do have your S on the front and in the 22 on the back. So of course, when you do open the box, you do see your S22 Ultra perfectly displayed on there. It's always my favorite part, especially when taking out the clear wrap from the front and from the back. And you also do have your mini Samsung box, which of course comes with a mini book of instructions as well as your terms and conditions. And you do also have a USB Type-C charging cable. And again, unfortunately, there is no charging block included with this device. And of course, lastly, on the back of the mini box, you do have your SIM card tool. If you guys do see me looking a lot over here, it's because I do have my notes, because it is a lot of information. So you do have your 6.8 Infinity O Quad HD Plus screen, and overall I just think it is a really nice display. Now the dimensions on the S22 Ultra is 77.9 by 163.3 by 8.9 millimeters, which causes the phone to weigh about 8.08 ounces, but of course that is to accommodate the S Pen, which of course we will be talking about that later in this video. This actually makes the S22 Ultra a bit wider, at least 2.98 inches wider than the previous model on the S21 Ultra. So I'm actually used to the round curved edges on the S21 Ultra. Unlike the S22 Ultra, it's more of pointy corners, but I feel like the S22 Ultra is just very uncomfortable for me to hold. Unlike the S21 Ultra, I think it's very comfortable to hold. Now moving on to the bottom of the phone, you do have your S Pen slot, which actually has been moved to the left. And of course, you do also have your speaker. Now, it is said that the speakers are very loud. I would actually recommend watching those videos that have good audio testing on the S22 Ultra, because of course it is powered by AKG. You also do have your USB Type-C charging port and your SIM card slot. So as far as the display colors that are available on the S22 Ultra, you do have available to purchase Phantom Black, Phantom White, burgundy, and green. And I think all those colors are really nice. Like even just the black itself, I think it's really nice. But of course, you can also purchase Samsung's other exclusive colors, which is graphite, and I really hope I'm pronouncing that right, red and sky blue. And those colors are absolutely gorgeous as well. Now, this is where I actually do want to talk about colors when it comes to Samsung phones. My dad also did want me to put this in the video, so shout out to you, Dad. He actually has the Note 10, and it's actually pretty insane because the Note 10 is still really good up till this day. And my dad actually did order the S22 Ultra in green, but I'm sorry, Samsung, he actually decided to cancel the order. One, it's because it's on back order, which of course is explainable due to all the orders. My dad just really couldn't get rid of the Aurora Glow on the Note 10. When the Note 10 came out and we found out about the Aurora Glow as one of the colors, it was like, whoa, shoot. I would even get it. Like, Samsung, if you make a color like that again on your next phones or generations of Notes, take my money. Take my money. So moving back to the S22 Ultra, as far as pricing, the S22 Ultra, if I remember, it did cost about $1,300, or I believe $1,500. Please correct me if I'm wrong. The only reason that I just don't have an actual set price on this phone is because Samsung has actually been giving a lot of really good deals to the S22 Ultra. I don't really want to bash Samsung in any way because I really want to work with them. So it's actually pretty crazy because you can get up to at least $1,000 off on the S22 Ultra with the eligible trade-in, which I think is actually pretty crazy because that's like the first time ever I see Samsung do something like that. That's not even including additional discounts such as student discounts, military discounts, employee discounts. Now, of course, when it comes to the storage on the S22 Ultras, you do get available options from 128 gigs to 1 terabyte. The 128 to the 512 gigabyte is only for the non-exclusive colors, and the 1 terabyte is only for the Samsung exclusive colors. Of course, the higher memory you go, the higher the price gets. Now, keep in mind that the RAM does vary for some reason when purchasing internal memory. If you do actually get the 128 gigabytes, you do receive an 8 gigabytes of RAM. Now, if you do purchase the 256 to 1 terabyte, you get 12 gigs of RAM. And personally, I think that is the first downgrade of the S22 Ultra because they did lower their RAM on their devices. So again, going back to the display, as far as the display brightness, Samsung did improve thanks to their dynamic AMOLED 2X display with Vision Booster. Now, what I mean by Vision Booster is that Samsung did mention that the S22 Ultra is actually brighter outdoors. Now, another improvement thanks to the dynamic display is that scrolling on the S22 Ultra is much smoother and it can go from 1 to 120 hertz. So one of the things I'm actually a little bit disappointed on in Samsung is that literally they've only changed just a little bit on the phone. When Samsung is always bringing out new devices, they're always bringing out bigger and better upgrades, and for some reason they just changed like 2 or 3 things. Now, of course, the S22 Ultra's processor is now running on Snapdragon 8th Gen 1. Now, this is actually said to help a lot with multitasking and also for gaming performance if you are a huge gamer, especially on your phone. So I think that is actually pretty cool. I think this is one of the major upgrades that Samsung did do on the S22 series. I just like to play like light usage on my phones, but overall I did see the performance that it is really good, especially with that new processor. Now, a lot of people have actually been saying that this is a huge improvement from the previous model on the S21 Ultra because the S21 Ultra's processor was a Snapdragon 888. Now, Samsung did actually upgrade a few components on the S22 Ultra and definitely has to do with the lock screen security. Now, of course, it is thanks to that ultrasonic fingerprint scanner and also the face recognition. Now, from also just reading descriptions on the device itself, it does say that it is literally the same fingerprint scanner input as the S21 Ultra, but from what I'm looking at it, every time I do unlock the phone, I feel like on the S22 Ultra it is a faster reading, and same with the face recognition. It is a little bit more detailed when it comes to recognizing your face. And of course, to add to that, as they continue to put in new features and everything on the phone, the S22 Ultra is running on One UI 4.1. So you do have a lot of nice widgets. You do also have a lot of always on display designs that are really nice as well. So don't freak out if you think that you should definitely upgrade to the S22 Ultra because of the new updates, of the new certain wedges, and also of the new designs, because Samsung did mention that they are also bringing out a lot of features that come from the S22 Ultra to older devices. And that is also another downgrade that I don't think I am going to be upgrading to the S22 Ultra, is because Samsung did announce that. Now, as far as the durability on the S22 Ultra, Samsung still keeps the phone under the Armor aluminum frame. Ever since Samsung actually did add this to their phone series, I think it's absolutely beautiful. And of course, this causes less fingerprints to be on the back of the phone. Now, Samsung has also mentioned that they did install the latest Gorilla Glass on the S22 Ultra, which is actually called Gorilla Glass Victus Plus, and it is to be considered the toughest Gorilla Glass that Samsung has ever put on any of their phone devices. Okay, so finally we are moving to the back of the phone, and that is of course where the cameras do come into play. Samsung did actually change the display of the cameras. There is no, like, I guess you would say, corner barrier. Samsung did actually remove that from their devices, which I think that is a little bit of a disadvantage because I also feel safer with the cameras. They're not as exposed. Unlike the S22 Ultra, the cameras are really exposed. So just be careful, of course, wherever you place your phone, because once you do scratch a camera, it's over. So of course, on your cameras, you basically do have the same specs as from the S21 Ultra. So you do have a 40 megapixel selfie camera in the front, and Samsung and other people have also said that they actually just improved the selfie camera as well as back cameras with a little bit of detailed enhancement and detail orientation. Honestly, from looking at pictures, I think the pictures are beautiful. I've always thought that Samsung cameras were great, and they've been improving every single year. So I would definitely say that the S22 Ultra does have good cameras. This was one of the reasons why I actually did have a really hard time deciding if I wanted to upgrade or not, because of the camera specs. And when the camera is really freaking good, I'm like, shoot. Like, there is a new feature that Samsung actually installed into the S22 Ultra, and believe it or not, I actually got the update today for the S21 Ultra, and the feature is called auto framing. So let's say you are taking a video, or overall you are having a Zoom call meeting. The cool thing is that with auto framing, it is actually following the motion on where you specifically are moving. So I think that is really, really awesome. You don't have to go back to your phone to change specific angles. The phone is already doing that for you. So that was another reason where I was like, I need to upgrade, because I think that is really awesome. But when I found out that Samsung did announce that this feature will also be coming out to older generation phones, there's really no reason to upgrade. Another amazing feature I do like, and ever since the S21 Ultra did come with it, it was director's view. When the phone itself is filming the front-facing camera and also the back camera. So if you are trying to also give a tutorial, it is recording you as well. At the same time, it's recording from the back cameras as well. I believe you do have 3 views available, and within those 3 views, you have 3 different kinds of zooms. Now, as far as the back cameras, you do have a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera, a 108 megapixel wide angle camera, and a 10 megapixel 2 telephoto cameras. Now, of course, the S22 Ultra does also have a 100x space zoom, which also has improved with detail orientation. As ever since Samsung released that we have a 100x zoom, shoot, I think I hit my TV. So of course, if you just do take a quick look at the pictures I took on the S22 Ultra, they are really, really nice nature views, or overall just pictures that are zoomed in, especially with or without the detail enhancer. And even taking videos on the S22 Ultra, I think it is really good. So again, I would 100% say that the S22 Ultra does have better camera spec. Now, another quick add-on feature I do want to talk about on the S22 Ultra, even on previous models, is nightography. We all remember back in those days, we took flash for night photos, or we had someone use their phone flashlight to help us with lighting for night pictures. And the way their nightography works is that when Samsung says they are taking photos in low light, the night solution actually kicks in, as that actually captures images in an instant to remove blurs and also to get the best views from all different pictures and put it into one picture to make the perfect picture. And the cool thing is that when you are even just recording in day, but mostly also in nighttime, the stabilization has actually been improved by Samsung. Okay, so now moving on to the battery life. The S22 Ultra does have a 5000 mAh battery, which is actually pretty good because it is actually the same as the previous model. And of course, the S22 Ultra is supported by 45 watts super fast charging. So it is said that the phone will last you all day, but I personally don't believe that. It also just depends how much usage you are using throughout the day. And of course, the S22 Ultra does come with wireless power share as well. Lastly, we will actually be talking about the S Pen. And me personally, the reason that I feel like the S Pen is a little bit hard to take out is due to actually the material that Samsung did change the S Pen to. So I believe that the same material is just like in the S7 and S8 tablet series, where the stylus is actually like rubber silicone-y. But again, it's not a huge downfall or a huge downgrade, but I can understand why Samsung wants to keep the same type of material with their stylus. You just do get a mini S Pen. It does actually have the same precision point as the tablet stylus. You do have that mini feature function button, and of course you do have your favorite. I can literally do that all day. So of course the S Pen does have the same S Pen Samsung features as the tablets have been having for these generations now, and also same from previous Note generations and overall even on the S21 Ultra. So not a huge major difference there, especially if you have already upgraded your phones to all the updates. Literally has the same S Pen features. The only thing I will definitely say is that Samsung did improve the S Pen technology by making sure the S Pen writings are so precise when writing on the screen. So of course you can write lists, cute messages, draw, color. Now me personally, when I had the Note 8, I hardly use the S Pen. If you are going to be a hardcore drawer, sketcher, then I highly recommend upgrading to the S22 Ultra. Another feature I do like with the S Pen are the camera gestures that are provided for you on the S22 Ultra. Now this also has actually been around ever since, I believe, like previous Note generations, and that is where you can actually use your S Pen as like a Bluetooth controller when it comes to you taking pictures. Of course, if you do take selfies alone and you don't have anybody to take selfies for you, sometimes me. But of course you do have a lot of different gestures when it comes to the camera, especially if you're taking a family photo and you have nobody else to take it for you. It is said that the S Pen features are also slightly easier to detect on the phone, especially on the S22 Ultra. Okay guys, so that is literally everything I have to say about the S22 Ultra. Overall, it is actually a really nice phone. I think my favorite is just the display of it. Don't get me wrong, some of the camera features I think are great, but again, as I mentioned before, they will be on older generation phones. So I really don't think I'm gonna be upgrading to the S22 Ultra. So I really hope Samsung does come back strong, especially with the S23, which I believe is said to be next year. If you also really do like my background music was made by Music Studio Effects. So thank you so much to Music Studio Effects for all your amazing tunes. Please guys, make sure that you follow on my social medias, and also make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Again, thank you so much for 3K. Let's get to our next goal, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, amazing day, evening, or night, whatever time of the day you guys are watching this on. Bye guys.